Hello everybody and welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, on the road in a bar in the Dallas airport. Not home to be able to do today's show. This probably air Tuesday because I don't think we can get this to Mott fast enough. But I know a lot of you want my reaction to yesterday's devastating Jets loss. What do you want from me? I'm crushed. We completely outplayed those fools. I don't like them in any way. They're not good human beings. Ownership's not good human beings. Oh, thank you. Man, for my signing. The players, the fans, the dirty fish are dirty. Everybody knows that. We completely dominated them. But Ted Ginn Jr. did his thing. You can't hate. I respect the Dolphins swept this year. I don't know how. They're not good people. But you know, that's the way it is. But I've got to keep on trucking and doing what I do for you guys. So I'm going to review two wines. We came to this great little bar. As you can see, we're in Dallas, so we've got a lot of the cowboy stuff. And I got no problems with the Cowboys. Maybe Maddie here behind the mic does as a Giants fan, but not for me. And I thought, you know, we sent over, we're going to prepare some wine with chicken nuggets from McDonald's over here. But we got two very interesting wines. We're going to Australia today. The first wine is the Angos, which is a great producer, actually, for low-end wine. A Red Belly Black Chardonnay. My gut is that this wine is the 06. My gut is that this is an $8 to $15, you know, retail kind of wine. As you can see, the glasses are a little bit different than what we're used to. Filled up pretty nicely though. They're good down here in D-Town. So let's sniff it up. Do get a little apple on the nose. Obviously, it's really difficult to get any aromatics out of this kind of glass. As you can see, that's me. This is my swirling. So it's a little bit of a struggle. But I do get a little bit of an apple kind of thing going on, like a golden green apple kind of component come through. Let's give it a whirl. Quite oaky. I wouldn't say the oak monster makes an appearance, but it is a very heavily oaked Chardonnay. It's a little cold too. As you guys know, I like to drink at room temperature so I can really get all the essence. There is a little bit of that pear apple slice that's coming through, kind of you get on a cheese platter. So it's not like totally eating an apple or pear. It's like spliced up and it's sat out for an hour with the cheese. You know, that kind of, you know, pear and apple. I get a little bit of that. Let me give it one more shot. Mainly because I want to take a nap from Dallas to Denver for the next book signing. You know, kind of light on the mid-palate, lacking any complexity. Let's see what happens when you add a chicken nugget to the components, to the concoction. To my palate. Oh, here we go. That's me.
What kind of dressing?
Oil and vinegar would be great.
We have ranch, Italian, or blue cheese.
Blue cheese. That's how I normally eat. Much better Matt. So we actually eating pretty well.
That's a wrap.
Okay. So, alright, let's go.
Well,
Alright.
Southwestern play.
So we get the chicken nugget in. Chicken nuggets, as we all know, best thing ever. So let's give this one a shot. You picked up my book? How are you? I'm Gary.
Dr. Singer.
How are you? It's a pleasure. Nice to meet you. Thanks for picking up my book.
Is this yours?
That's my book. I wrote that.
I get to sell.
Heck yeah. I'm in the middle of taping my episode of Wine Library TV saying hi to the Maniacs.
Hello, Maniacs.
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 Yes. What's your name?
Dr. Singer.
Doctor, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your
Dr. David Singer.
Got it. How are you?
Very well.
Good.
It's so funny, I saw your book. I was just discussing I have counseling clinics around the country. And one of my clients was on the phone with me yesterday trying to convince me that we had come up with a method which I have no idea that could be used to spread a new way of looking at the health paradigm.
That's amazing.
Because, as you know, in our country, it's a very conservative country. It doesn't like to change the system. But he's trying to explain why your method
I love it.
I could bring about a revolution in healthcare. It's amazing. Because we believe in a wellness approach. So he was explaining to me, because I have 1,000 clinics, if we put doctors all around the country, that somehow we could virally communicate.
Right.
Because see, if I, you know, there's a book out there called Susan Stone about cancer.
Okay, yep. Saw that.
And, you know, it's very radical. She could get away with it because she's not a doctor.
That's right.
If she was a doctor, she'd be under a lot of
Yeah.
And we as doctors can't take medicine without getting into a lot of heat.
Are you going to be here for a few minutes? Let me wrap this up because I don't want the maniac say crazy. Yeah, no, you're great. You know, all right. So, let me finish off this. So, let me get back. Good thing we have 4 nuggets. So let me get focused one more time. One more nugget. The highlights of football academy. Let me get back into the wine. So obviously, the chicken nugget brings a fatness to the palate that the crispness of this Chardonnay gets completely lost. Again, that thin mid-palate was a concern by itself. With food, it completely disappears. I get a little bit of a guava component that didn't pop before, but all in all, a pretty thinned out, effort. Engo's, again, a very good producer. I probably scored this wine, though, like an 83-point wine pass. But, again, not the worst thing in the world. Now let's move on to the Little Boomy Shiraz. Let's see what goes on here. Little Boomy, small little producer. It's a Constellation Brands product. Here's been being brought in. Little Boomy, Trinchero family. Very good. So we also saw Trinchero family, the California on the list, Matt, because there was only 6 wines here. So clearly the Trincheros have a lock on this account. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Get a little blackberry that's kind of nice on the nose. Again, gonna struggle with the aromatics here. There's not a lot going on. Little Boomy, if I recall, is like a $6, $7, $8 play. But there's a little black cherry and blackberry component. It's not too bad. Let's give it a whirl. Good, intense fruit on the initial attack. There's a little bit of pepper on the back end. There's a little bit of graininess as well. Kind of meaty as well. Not as thin as fake as I would have expected. Little Boomy comes from that cloth of Penfolds and Rosemount, Alice White, and Yellowtail, as many of you know. So it's always that mass production kind of style, but this has a little bit more class and a little bit more elegance to it. Let me give it one more shot. Not horrible. Not horrible. Let's see what's going on with the nuggets. The strawberry flavor comes out a lot more after putting the nugget in than it did before. And it becomes more fruit-driven than it did before. Where for even a half a second, no, it was a half a second, I thought, almost Rhone-like. Very, very bright. Definitely better than the last Yellowtail Rosemount experience I've had, and Alice White. I mean, the Little Boomy's not bothering me so much. I think it's, not that the others bother me, but it's a good value, knowing that this is an under $10 brand, I think. I'm going to score this wine 86+ points. Very serviceable. Perfect for like Dallas barbecue on a Saturday afternoon, and you don't want to spend a bunch because you got your buddies coming over, your lushes that just want to pound the wine and I can respect it. Not bad at all. Pretty decent stuff, and a pretty respectful wine for under 10 bones. Maybe a little bit under the Bogle Petit Syrah, but all in all, if you want a little more sunshine than what the Bogle brings, Little Boomy's done a nice job here. I'm pretty impressed overall. Fun little show on the road, Matt.
Not bad.
Not bad, tight.
You didn't even try it with the barbecue sauce. I ordered the barbecue sauce and honey.
Oh, you did? Alright, let me get the barbecue sauce here, man.
That might work with the Little Boomy.
Yeah, let's see what the barbecue sauce does here in the red. Let's see what that does. Matt trying to extend the show. A little barbecue. Always changes the element as the palate changes. Actually like that even better. Matt, good call. A little barbecued up, probably would be like an 87.1. Actually, barbecue sauce gives it a density that it's missing because the wine's a hair thin. Not bad. Just want to say one thing. Ted Ginn Jr., I want to punch you in the face. And question of the day. What is the best wine drinking experience or drinking experience you've ever had at an airport?
This
is going to get colorful. You, with a little bit of me, you know, I know we're changing the wine world, but most of all, I want to keep coming through and pumping out content even when I'm on the road. I just love you guys and really appreciate your support for this show. We're almost going on 4 years, and for you guys to continuously come in here, leave comments like you did the other day, it means so much to me. We are changing the world.